Hello everybody. Hi students. I think everybody is fine. Today we are going to discuss about a new chapter. This is solid state. What is this new chapter? That name is solid state. This is our sixth chapter. Directly we are learning from our state board textbook here. Here what is there? Solid state is there. Generally we know there are matter existing in how many states? Matter existing in three states. One is gas state, other one is liquid state, other one is solid state. And mostly you can observe most of the things, many of the things are exist in a solid state only. Okay, and here there are different properties for this gases, liquid and solids. Whenever we are comparing with gas and liquid, solid having a properties like, what is that? They are occupying definite volume. Solid can occupy definite volume and a definite shape, because gas occupies wherever you are, gas occupy the volume wherever you are keeping. Liquid also will get the bucket shape, otherwise any drum shape only it will get, but solid having its own shape. And that too, what we can learn is, whenever this gas, liquid, solids are there, there is arrangement of atoms. We know this. Previously also we know this. Whenever gas concern, the atoms are very far. Atoms are maintaining too much distance. And whenever liquid you are going to see, liquid you are going to see means the atoms are maintaining medium distance. This is the medium distance. Whenever you are talking about the solid state, the atoms are tightly packed. What we can say, whenever you are talking about a gas, the interatomic distance means one atom center and other atom center. This distance is called as interatomic distance. Interatomic distance. Whenever you are talking about a gaseous state, the interatomic distance is more. Whenever you are talking about a liquid state, the interatomic state is medium. Whenever you are talking about the solid state, interatomic state is very less, because their arrangement is very tight. They are arranged in an order. That is why solid in solids interatomic distance is very less. In other way we can say their attractions, why they are coming very near, because they are attracting each other tightly. That is why they are coming very near. That is why their inter atomic distance here to here, their interatomic distance also very less. This is what solids. And these solids having their properties, general characteristics of the solids. General, what do you know? Solids have a definite volume and shape. So every solid having its own shape. Any solid we are taking means that shape it is having, that particular shape it is having, and they are occupying some volume. Solids are rigid and incompressible. Rigid means they are strong. Incompressible means you are applying pressure also. You are applying pressure in different directions. Pressure applying from upwards, pressure applying from sides also, they are not going to compress. And solids having strong cohesive forces, because one solid you are taking like this and other solid you are taking like this, they can attract with each other, they can stick to each other. That type of force is existing between the two layers. Any two layers, that two layers are solids. Whatever the forces are, these forces are called as cohesive forces. These forces are called as cohesive forces. Solids have short interatomic, ionic or molecular distance. Interatomic, in a solids, here for example this is one solid, here one atom is there. What is that? What you can say? Here one atom is there, here one atom is there. This distance is called as interatomic distance. The distance between the two atoms, where center of this atom, center of this atom, the distance between these two atoms is, you can say as a, the distance between these two atoms you can say as a, what you can say, interatomic distance. Ionic, these two are ions. Any ions you are saying Na plus, Cl minus, Na plus, Cl minus, like that. Na also having a one center, Cl minus also having the center. This distance is called as inter-ionic distance. And molecular distance, any molecule, water molecule, this is H2O and here also H2O. And this distance is called as intermolecular distance. Whenever they are going to exist in a solid form, their distance is very, very less. This H2O molecule, this H2O molecule maintaining medium distance. Medium distance means this we are calling as a water. This H2O molecule, this H2O molecule are very near, means that we are calling as a ice. This H2O molecule and this H2O molecule maintaining too much distance, that we are calling as a vapor. So solids have short interatomic and ionic or molecular distances. And finally, their constituents, atoms, ions or molecules have fixed positions and can only oscillate about their mean positions. Any solid we are taking, any metal we are taking, like this, they have a particular shape. In the particular shape, they are in that particular shape, they have an arrangement. Atoms are arranging in this direction in their particular geometry. In their particular shape, they are going to exist like this. For example, they are going to exist, it is one solid, atoms are existing like that. The spherical balls are considered as a atoms in that particular solid. So that their constituents, they may be atoms, they may be ions, or they may be molecule having a fixed positions. This part position is fixed, this atom position is fixed, this atom position is fixed. That means all the atoms, wherever they are located, they are always in a oscillation. Oscillation we cannot observe by seeing that atom. Metal we are going to see means copper, metal you are going to see means copper atoms. Copper atoms are occupying fixed positions. All the copper atoms are in oscillation. Oscillation, they are moving side like this, like this, like this. They are going to move in a one oscillation. Oscillation means not only like this, any one vibration type or up and down, any one repeated movement we can say as an oscillation. So whatever the atoms are located in a particular positions in the particular solid, their positions are fixed and they are in a oscillation. They are in a oscillation. These are all the general characteristics of solids. And the next one, we are going to study this next one. What is the next one here? Classification of solids. All the solids we are going to classify into two types. One is crystalline solids, other one is amorphous solids. Here in these crystalline solids, again ionic solids are there, covalent solids are there, molecular crystals are there, otherwise molecular solids you can say, metallic solids are there, atomic solids are there. This is the classification of crystalline solids. And amorphous solids, there is no classification. Overall solids we are going to classify into crystalline solids and amorphous solids. Now first of all we are going to learn the differences between crystalline and amorphous solids. Now we will go for the differences between crystalline solids and amorphous solids. See, this is a important question. This question can come in your examinations. And now here, what is crystalline? What is crystalline solids? There is a long range orderly arrangement of constituents. Long range orderly arrangement of constituents. Constituents means here atoms or molecules or ions. They are arranging in long range order. What is this long range order? Here amorphous solids means here short range random arrangement of constituents. here short range order, and they are randomly arranged. These are order, this is random. This is long range, this is short range. What is this long range? Long range means, observe here, downwards here one picture is there. See this picture, see this picture. Here quarters is there, quarters. Here see this, here there is a quarters, it is one substance, it is one solid, it is going to exist in a solid crystalline form and amorphous form. See this, this is the arrangement of atoms, this is the arrangement of atoms, this is the arrangement of atoms, it is the arrangement of atoms, it is the arrangement of atoms, and this is also arrangement of atoms. Whenever you are observing, there is a regular pattern, the same thing is going to repeat for a up to some extent, here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. There is a arrangement, long range. This is called long range orderly arranged. They are arranged in a order. There is a definite arrangement is there. That is called order. This is long range arrangement. Here you see, here amorphous short range is there. Short range. Short range means here, what is short range? That regular pattern is not repeating. You cannot observe the repeating pattern. That is why short range randomly arrangement. So that arrangement is not up to some extent. They are not too much extent. Here there is arrangement. After that here. After that it is going to change. Again it is going to change. Again this is going to change. Again it is small one. Again it is bigger one. Again half part. Again small one. Again some other shape. So there is a irregular arrangement and a random. There is no order. And here the same thing only again. Second point is, there is a, what second point we can study here? What is second point? Here there is a definite shape and irregular shape. Whenever they are arranging orderly, definitely they will get a definite shape. Whenever they are arranging randomly, they will get a irregular shape. 2 points are covered here. Generally crystalline solids are anisotropic in nature. These are isotropic in nature. I will come. What is this anisotropic and what is this isotropic? We will study. Just wait. Here, these are all true solids. These are considered as pseudo solids, otherwise supercooled liquids. So, true solids. Crystalline solids are true solids. Pakka, the solid arrangement is different arrangement, long range order one. So that they are true solids. Here, these amorphous solids are considered as pseudo solids. Pseudo, what is this meaning of the pseudo? Actually they are not solids but behaves like a solid. What is the meaning of the pseudo? Actually, what is the meaning of the pseudo? Actually they are not solids but behaves like a solids. That is what pseudo solids. Otherwise super cool liquids. You are taking one substance, you are giving high cooling at very low temperature, like that whatever you are going to get, it becomes a solid. No, like that super cooled liquids also you can say. For example, what are the examples you can say here? NaCl is a true solid. Diamond also pakka solid. Rubber, plastic and glass. These things, this rubber and this plastic and this glass, these examples we are observing means, glass you observe, what will happen? It can flow. You are observing, you are going to observe any old building glasses. Old building glass. Glass you are going to observe means, there is a window. Old building window is there. Window there will be a glass. After some year, 1 or 2 years, you are observing means the bottom part of the what is that? The bottom part of the glass will be becomes thick, because that whatever the glass is there, that substance is going to flow down. That is what, there is a flowing nature. That is why this is called as super cool liquid. Some liquid property also we can observe here. We can observe a liquid property. Whatever the substance gas is there, slowly coming down, it will be like some thickness at the bottom of the glass when you are observing old windows. So that is why they are called as a super cooled liquids. And here next fifth point is definite heat of fusion. What is this heat of fusion? What is this heat of fusion? Fusion means what? What is this fusion means what? What is this fusion here? Fusion. Whenever solid is converting into liquid, the amount of energy delta H, that is called as heat of fusion. Is solid converting into liquid, whatever the amount of enthalpy you are going to give, that is called as enthalpy of fusion. So here for this crystalline solids, definite heat of fusion. Why definite heat of fusion? They are arranged orderly. There is a proper order. Whenever proper order is there, to break this order, proper energy required, fixed amount of energy required. That is why this is a definite heat of fusion. Here heat of fusion not defined. Why not defined? Why? Here this arrangement is different. What I have to say? This this bond may be require more energy, this bond may be requires less energy, this bond may be requires more energy, this link may be required less energy. They are not properly ordered, they are irregular shape, different types of bonds are there, so different types of energy required, so that heat of fusion is not definite one. And sixth point, also same concept only. They have a sharp melting point. Sharp melting points. For one solid, melting point 90 degree means 90 degree only. Because their bonds are arranged regularly, definite, long range arrangement. So that whatever the amount of energy required to melt, that is fixed one. So that at 90 degree only you will get a melting point, that is sharp melting point. Here generally soften over a range of temperature, and so can be molded. Here there is a range of temperature. There is no fixed here for this amorphous. There is no fixed. There is no fixed melting point. There is a range 90 to 100. In between 90 to 100, these substances can melt. These substances are amorphous solids. Examples already we discussed. There is NaCl diamond coming under crystalline solids, and rubber, plastic, glass coming under amorphous. Here, what we are not discussing here, what is remaining here? Anisotropic. Third point is remaining here. Come to our next slide. Here, anisotropy. What is anisotropy and what is isotropy? There are two types of things here: anisotropy and isotropy. What we are learning last one? These crystalline solids can show anisotropy. These amorphous solids can show isotropy. What is that? These crystalline solids can show anisotropy. These amorphous solids can show isotropy. Come here. What is isotropy and what is anisotropy? First of all, crystal. What is this crystalline? Crystalline means they are regularly arranged. They are properly arranged. How they are arranged? Properly arranged. Whenever properly arranged, see, all the green color atoms are in a one line. All the red color atoms are in a one line. Otherwise, green atom, red atom, green atom, red atom, green atom, red atom. There is a proper arrangement. So, in any direction, you are going to observe a particular property in any direction, it will be different. See here, in this direction I am going to observe. For example, in this direction, whatever the arrow mark is there, in this direction I am going to observe. In this direction, what are there? Green atom, red atom, green atom, red atom, green atom, red atom. This will decide the physical property. This will decide the physical property. What type of physical property? Like a refractive index. Refractive index, otherwise electric conductance. Refractive index, otherwise electrical conductance. These are all the physical properties. See, anisotropy means anisotropy in crystalline. Anisotropy observed in crystalline solids. In crystalline solids, in this direction you are observing means one type of atoms are there. In this direction, observe this. In this direction you are going to observe means, in this direction you are going to observe means all red color atoms are there. In this direction you are going to observe means all green color are there. So that this direction one physical property, this direction other value of physical property, this direction other value of physical property. So one physical property is changing with direction. One physical property, what type of physical property? Refractive index, otherwise electrical conductance. It is going to change with respect to the direction in crystalline solids. In a crystalline solids, this is called as anisotropy. Here, come to amorphous solids. We know that amorphous solids are not arranged properly. They are random. Random means green ball is red ball is there. Green ball, red ball. Green ball, red. Wherever you go, green and red both are there. Here, this in this line. In this line you go. In this line we are going means, what is there? Green ball, red ball. Green ball, red ball. Green ball, red ball. Green ball, red ball. Green ball, red, both are there. In this direction you go. Whatever the direction you are going, both are there. Green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red. That in this direction both are there. In this direction also both are there. Any direction. In this direction also both will be there. In this direction also both will be there. So in this direction both are there. In this direction also both are there. In this direction also both are there. So any direction you observe, same composition is there, so that refractive index value, otherwise electrical conductance value will be same. So physical properties are not depend on the direction in the particular solid. That solid is amorphous solid. This property is called as anisotropy. See here, anisotropy means uniformity in all directions. This direction also same physical property. This direction also same physical property. This direction also same physical property. In solid state, anisotropy means having a identical values of physical properties such as refractive index and electrical conductance in all directions. Whereas anisotropy means the property which depend on the direction of measurement. You are talking about crystal means the property existing is anisotropy. It is not depending on the direction. This direction one physical property value, this in this direction other physical property value, in this direction other physical property value. Depends on direction, that physical property is going to change. This property observed in crystalline solids, this is called as anisotropy. Physical property independent on direction, whatever the direction you can take, it will be same. That property is called as isotropy. It is going to observed in amorphous. This question come as a theoretical question in NEET examination also. And this is what the differences between, what is that? These were the differences between what? Crystalline solids and amorphous solids. Till now this one we are till now whatever we are reading, this is the thing. And next class we are going to learn about the thing, and this section is closed here.